Dolphins have adopted group living as a response to living in close contact with other animals in the ocean, some of which kill dolphins for food. Living in social groups makes it easier to hunt for food and, in a dangerous environment, it makes sense in terms of safety to move about in large numbers.
Ecosystem is an interacting unit involving both living components and the non-living components of a region. Both of these components interact with each other functioning as a unit, which is apparent in the processes of energy flow, nutrient cycling, productivity, decomposition in ecosystems such as grasslands, forest, ponds, etc.
Environment is defined as the total planetary inheritance and the totality of all resources. It includes all the biotic and abiotic elements that influence each other. All living elements, the birds, animals and plants, forests, fisheries etc. are biotic elements. An abiotic element of the environment includes non-living elements like air, water, land, rocks and sunlight etc.
A flashback is a moment in which the linear story is interrupted and launched to an event that occurred in the past. Flashbacks are used to provide more information about the present, and to further develop plots and characters in a way that is more interesting and complicated than a simple chronological plot. For centuries, poets and lay people alike have used beautiful language to celebrate nature, compliment lovers, and launch the mundane into the mystical. Figurative language is writing which appeals to the senses. Rather than operating on logic or literalness, figurative language makes unique connections based on connotation, sound, and construction of words and phrases.
Genes are hereditary structures which contain the information which is passed on from one generation to another. They are required for the transmission of information from one generation to another. They are responsible for the characteristics of all the living organisms. They store the information for the various processes which occur in all the living organisms.
A lullaby or cradle song is a soothing song or piece of music that is usually played for children. The purposes of lullabies vary. In some societies they are used to pass down cultural knowledge or tradition. Lullabies can be found in many countries, and have existed since ancient times.
Most people do not realize that some banks literally make money by giving loans without having money or deposit. The system is called fractional reserve banking and is used in most economies. It sounds as though it is safe because it says that banks have to keep a fraction of their deposits with the reserve bank. The amount of dissolved salts present in the seawater is more than that of the drinking water. So, seawater will be a better conductor than drinking water. That is the reason behind the increased deflection of the needle in the seawater when compared to the drinking water. The researchers think that this kind of coordination might have evolved because woodpeckers invest so much time and energy carving out their nest hole in a tree. If they were kicked out and had to start over, they might not get a chance to reproduce and fledge their offspring.